Okay, thank you, Sergi. And now Lior and Sergi are gonna join us right now for our Q&A session.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, nice to see you here, Sergi, right now. Okay, so I think we are ready to start. Probably the first question will be for Lior. Let's start. How you handle concurrent device login and logouts? For example, a user logs in and plays from phone and PC at the same time.
What we do is that when the user logs in, they open, eventually after login, they open a WebSocket, and the server process keeps track of which user is already connected, and if the user is already connected, the existing session is disconnected and the new session logs in. Is that correct, Sergey?
Yeah, I think so.
If they go to different server instances, then we have another way to trap this using the JWT token, which is it's stored in it's using the database, which is shared by all servers.
By all the servers, correct.
Okay, and I think this is like the continuation of the previous question. Please state why you went for embedded Jetty.
Yes, so first of all, we have a lot of experience with embedded Jetty. We use it in our blockchain product. I used it with our mainframe integration product. We were able to scale these products to hundreds and sometimes thousands of concurrent users. We love Jetty. The fact that it's embedded in the Java process gives you so much more flexibility than if you otherwise deploy your application as a web application as a EAR file or WAR file, which had a lot of restrictions with class loading and all kind of crap that you don't want to deal with. So embedding Jetty is a very good idea if you can handle the low-level interface.
Okay, great, thank you. And let's go with the next question. Is your Java FX similar to MetaMask?
I'm not familiar with MetaMask. I'm almost sure it's a web application. I'm not using JavaFX. But why are we using JavaFX? It's a good question, actually, because we basically we have a browser interface, but we want to run it as a desktop application. And in order to do that, we use the web view provided by JavaFX, which provides a reasonable solution for running a web application inside a Java application instead of inside a browser.
Okay, Sri, maybe you have something to add here?
No, it's just that, of course, when you are developing a blockchain product, you need to be extra careful about security. So also an advantage of that is that you can, you avoid possible harm, some plugin or something that you have on your browser and it's some malware. So you're skipping your browser also. So you have like more a direct connection with the product.
Okay, thank you. And let's go with the next question. How you deal with that huge amount of concurrent users? Have you Kubernetized your app or something else?
Right now, we haven't yet decided about our production architecture. I'm not sure we will go with Kubernetes. I mean, we don't have a lot of experience with it right now, and my impression is that the amount that it's a very heavyweight solution that you need, that again limits you to work their own way, but I'm still, I mean, all possibilities are open.
Okay, thank you, Sergi. Do you have anything to add?
No, I guess this is about BridgeSam because we are mixing here the questions. So
Yeah.
I guess this question is from BridgeSam. So we are still developing and we're focusing in having this Java process, which is as lightweight as possible and can run on any platform. So we don't know. We are designing it so it can be run and deployed on any number of nodes. So we will see.
Okay, thank you. And let's go with the next one. So, if you want to become more specifically a blockchain developer, what kind of skills and knowledge should you acquire?
Sergi, I'll delegate.
Well, if you want to work with Ardor, just if you're a Java developer, it's quite easy. So you don't need to learn a new language. You just need to learn the basic concepts of a blockchain, which are probably a lot of developers that are watching this already know. So as I've showed in my presentation, you can write a contract with pure Java. It's quite easy. So just head to our website and check the documentation because it's very easy.
Okay.
I like to add maybe that we need to differentiate between developing client-side application or using the APIs for blockchain, which is indeed very simple, versus developing the core blockchain product. The main problem about developing core blockchain product is that when you release a version, it's like landing a Mars rover on Mars. I mean, if you have a bug, people will use it to exploit and steal your tokens. Because you're managing a token of value, you have to be very, very careful about the codes that you release, the abilities that you provide. Do not open passes for denial of service of that, because people will exploit you. It's a different, developing core blockchain is a different skill than developing client application for the blockchain. And I love Java for keeping you safe in so many ways compared to more native languages like C++, where many of our competitors are using for development.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and we have next question. So, which Java version are you using? And probably we should add here and why.
Well, for the Ardor platform, we're using Java 8 because most of the code was already written in Java 8, and we're sticking with Java 8 because that allows us to, for example, deploy a full node with the same code base on Android. So we have an Android full node, and that's because we have Java 8. But for BridgeSam, Lior can expand. We're just with Java 15, but we don't know exactly which version we will use. Probably the last version in production available. I think I saw you commented about we are using X25519, which is available in Java 15. So we're using the latest for BridgeSam.
Okay, great. And we have next question. So, first Next was built in 2013, then it got rebranded to Ardor in 2018. What were the main challenges in development parts throughout all those years, and why was it rebranded?
Okay.
Lior was there, so it's better than me to answer that.
It's not rebranding. Next is a blockchain product, very capable, but its architecture is limited in the sense that it's a single chain with a single token. And there is no time to get into all the complexities around it, but this introduces many restrictions. Ardor, on the other hand, is based on NXP technology, but it's a multi-chain architecture where the parent chain manages what we call the consensus, proof of stake consensus, and we have multiple child chains, each one focusing on its own decentralized application. So in essence, we're able to shard the blockchain per application. So applications do not need to mix up like in every other blockchain. these days.
Okay, thank you. And next question. So, why has a blockchain company suddenly shifted to building online gaming solutions?
I guess that's for me. You see, the blockchain arena or industry is very, very crowded these days. Every two guys in a garage create a blockchain, and they can say they can scale it, and it's wonderful, and so on. But when you look at the actual use cases, it's also, I mean, most of it is like intrinsic. Since we already have speculation on tokens, let's also add derivatives and insurances and CDOs and CDS and all these financial tools of mass destruction that you bring from the fiat world. But the token itself is not really, in this sense, the industry did not manage to get into applications like voting or loyalty tokens and so on. So our attempt with the move for gaming is to bring real utility, we don't want the crypto guys to just speculate on the token. We want real users to do something useful with our token, and based on this, create a token economy that later the speculators can speculate if they like. Okay. Victoria, we don't hear you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here we go with the last question, probably. So, what is your personal attitude towards the current NFT hype?
Lior, you want to answer that?
First of all, I like to say that in our technology with NXT, you could do NFT since 2015. Okay, I can swear in 2015 you could store NFT on the NXT blockchain, now Ardor, of course, and it was 100 times simpler and cheaper than what you have now on Ethereum and all the other guys. So it's kind of industry trend, but at the base of it there is something. Okay, proving ownership in digital environment is a very, very difficult problem. And the ability to store proofs on an immutable ledger is very strong. I mean, whether it justifies the 60 million for, I don't know, for a GIF and 2 million for a tweet, that's, that's what the market prices.
Okay, Sergi, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think it's, as Leo said, it's a very valid use case. That's already been there. I think we also talked to some potential customers about solutions involving something similar without this name. But probably it's, this blockchain sector is always with the next trend and hype, and so paying some millions for a gift, I think it's probably just something temporary. But the use case that's beneath that is a very valid and interesting use case. So we will probably see something keeping in the long term.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Lior. Thank you, Sergi, for such insightful and interesting answers and for your presentations. I definitely hope to see you soon in our next event with Geekle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.